Okay, so we are actually going to be making some of the quickles, and we are actually pickling some purple onion, one of our favorite things in the Korean beef, and we also sometimes will just add it to salads or things like that. Kind of a nice little zippy sort of, yeah, tangy kind of thing to add to, you could add to tacos, but we enjoy it with Korean beef. Anyways, so we are going to be adding 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of the mix, the Quickles mix, a teaspoon of the salt, and then I believe it's a cup and a quarter. Let's see, what does it say here? Sorry, 3/4 of a cup of vinegar. And then basically, yeah, you just add those ingredients minus the onion to the multi-purpose pot. Bring it to a boil for 5 minutes, I believe it is. And then we just dump it over top of our sliced red onion and then let it sit for an hour or however long, and then serve it over top of the Korean beef. It's lovely. All right, so we have boiled the seasoning with the sugar, salt, vinegar, and water for 5 minutes, and got it all ready to pour over top of our red onion. So what we found best is we use 2 half-quart jars. You could use a full quart, but about 1 medium purple onion works well and kind of is about a perfect portion with the one recipe of the quickles. So then we just I just divide it half and half. And what you probably will find is that the seeds kind of settle, the seeds and the spices settle a little bit to the bottom. So I just don't fill it quite up to the top. And then at the end, when the seeds tend to be pouring, I just divide that part up a little bit between the 2 jars, so they each get a bit of the seasoning. And what doesn't come out when I pour, then I just use my little spice spoon and give it a little bit of scoop into the jar, and voila, you have your quickles. Oh, one other little kitchen hack here. We tend to find that putting the typical canning jars, canning rings with the lids on, make it taste a little bit metallic. So we've actually really enjoyed these plastic ones for stuff like this. And so we just pop those on and let it sit for, even in an hour, it would be ready to, it would be like seasoned enough that it would be ready to eat. But they're good for a couple weeks at least in the fridge. So there you go.
That's a baby.